Hi guys, welcome to my 4-part series Becoming Warren Buffett Part 4. I'm Richard Harrington and I'm an investor and a philanthropist. I told my wife this morning I'm so sad because this is our fourth part now and it's our final part, and I really enjoyed this series. We covered so much in part 1 to part 3, but if you take away anything from this 4-part series, take away this one word: simplicity. Because many people ask me, Richard, how did you do it? How did you become financially free in 3.5 years? And I tell them, you know what, I learned from Warren Buffett that he's worth $80 billion and he still lives in the same 3-bedroom house. He wears simple clothes, he has a simple lifestyle, and then I realized if I reduce my lifestyle to a simplistic lifestyle, I can be set free earlier from my 9-to-5 job. And that's exactly what I did. I reduced my lifestyle, because many people, if they chase lifestyle, many of them end up being in debt or broke. When you chase assets over time, your assets will afford any lifestyle you want to, but you got to switch your priorities around. And when I put assets above lifestyle, that's when I was able to resign and retire at the age of 24, just living off my shares. And I know you might be thinking, oh Richard, but I don't want to have a simple life and just live in the same house forever. You don't. When I became financially free, that's when I really began to live life for the fullest, because the purpose of wealth is not to get material things, because as you know, when you die, we can't take any of these things with us. The purpose of life is to experience moments in its fullest, and when you're financially free, you get to travel. And I've been really blessed so far. It's in my life. I've been to the UK, I've been to France, to Germany, to Israel. New Year's Eve, we actually began a 3-month tour, my wife and I, and we went to Southeast Asia. I've seen Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Thailand, and now we're in Bali. In fact, it's our month number 2 now in Bali, and I'm just saying all of this because it's not about to get the big house and the big car. No, it's to experience life in its fullness. And so I tell people, my why for being financially free is to experience life in its fullness, because the more money you have, the more options you get. But then also, once you experience life in its fullness, to make a contribution, because we want to leave this planet better than we found it. And it's like I mentioned before, Warren Buffett is one of the biggest philanthropists in the world, and also he's launched philanthropy, his movement. It's known as NMG, and it's to raise up new leaders for the future. And as you can agree, our world needs leaders now of integrity, of honesty, of character, and that's the movement I started. At the end of the day, if you want to make a contribution, you first need your own personal success. That's what I tell people. If you want to be successful, you have to be selfish. What do I mean? You have to invest in yourself first. And that's why Warren Buffett, he started reading investment books at age 7. Yes, age 7. And he bought his first share at his age 11. He started to invest in himself to get the skills, and then he got a mentor. And then you got an investment partner. But I tell people, you've got to invest in yourself, because if you want to experience the world, to see the world, it starts with your growth. You have to grow your skill set. And it's awesome that you guys are watching the series. It's for free. I tell people, free things is great because it can open your mindset. But if you want to learn the skills, you have to invest in yourself. Many times people hear, our course is $1,000 or $2,000. No, it's not worth it. What they're saying is they are not worth it. Because here's the truth: when you invest in your skill set, no one can take that away from you. You can lose your job, you can be retrenched, you can be fired, economy can go down, the dollar can go down, but your skill set will be yours forever. No one can take away your skill set from you. And that's why when I explain my story with people, we don't have all the time now to recap part 1 to part 3, but in a nutshell, I first had a North Star. They're like, Richard, how did you replace your salary in 3.5 years? I had a North Star that I don't want to work for money his whole life. I want to live off his assets. That was my North Star. But then I had to redefine wealth, because wealth isn't lifestyle. Wealth isn't the big house or the big car. Many of those people with the big houses or the big car are in debt. Wealth is assets, and it's accumulation of assets over time. That's how you measure financial wealth, with the net worth of your assets. Then I began to, it's like I mentioned, put assets above lifestyle, and my net worth just went up and up and up. But then I realized, like I mentioned in part 3, I need to become the person for my vision. So my vision was to become financially free, live with my assets, but I had to become the person for my vision. Like I mentioned in part 3, that many people win the lotto, but then 5 years later they're worse off because they had the money but they never became wealth. They still had that poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset, so they couldn't hold on to it. And if you want to have wealth completely for the long term, you need to become wealth. And that's when I realized I need to become the person for my North Star. And that's when I really tapped into his Warren Buffett, learned everything from him, because I believe success leaves clues. And if you have a mentor that has already achieved your North Star, you've hacked it, because now you can just mirror their success. And that's exactly what I did. And now literally, like, it's I became financially free at age 24. I'm now 31, so it's my 7th year of being financially free. And many people ask, so Richard, what have you done since then? I've literally done 2 things. I allocate my capital into his assets, and I travel. That's it. All the businesses which I own run themselves. Because when I learned the secret that wealthy people, they don't work for money, they make money work for them, that's when I realized now I have such a simple life. I just allocate my capital into assets and I travel. And I'm really humbled and blessed. And I tell people that success is not on lockdown. The stock market is not on lockdown. Right now there's so much undervalued shares on the stock market, and then people's like, yeah, but how do you know which shares are undervalued? And I get it. You don't have an investment degree, you don't have investment experience, you haven't read 9 of Warren Buffett's books. I get it. And that's why I launched this inner circle, where I literally hand people the opportunity to mirror me. I literally share my research report every month on a share that I've added to my own portfolio. So you can buy what I buy, and you can sell when I sell. So you can mirror me for a period of 1 year, because I know there's a lot of noise out there. You don't know what is real and what's fake. And like I've been explaining in the series, that you must be able to evaluate an asset. If you can't evaluate an asset, you'll never be wealthy, because wealth is an accumulation of assets. And Forex and Bitcoin and binary options are not assets. These assets are businesses. The stock market is a collection of businesses. And when you can evaluate a business and you find that it's undervalued, you just buy it and you hold it for the long term. A real investor doesn't look at the stock price. Oh, it's 10 US. Let's hope it will hit 15 US and then watch the price. Looking at the price of shares is not investing. Evaluating the business, that's investing. So I launched this inner circle to just help people to use my research, and it's really been amazing. And I tell people, it is, if you want to be a trader, it's not for you. If you want to be a saver, it's not for you. I mean, you'll never hear So a wealthy person say, oh, I just made my fortune off this fixed deposit or this notice account. You will never save your way into wealth. You'll never trade your way into wealth. You invest your way into wealth. It's for people, his inner circle is literally for people that want to make the next year the most wealthiest year on the planet. Because when I find if you have a 5-year goal, it's a bit too far for people, and a 1-month goal is way too short. So 1 year is perfect. 1 year is perfect. And the shares that you can mirror me, it's worldwide shares, so it's no matter where you're watching me from, you can be a part of my circle. But I'm mainly specializing in 2 markets, the New York market at the stock exchange, US market, and then the South African market at the JSE, because that's where I'm from, and there's lots of opportunities there. It's an emerging market. So yeah, you just need this offshore account, and you can buy what I buy, and I send you sell signals when I sell, so you can mirror me, and you get private access to my personal email address, or you don't work with my team, you work directly with me, and I coach you for 1 year. And we have one goal, to make this 12 months the most wealthiest year on the planet. If you're like, Richard, I want in, there's a link at the bottom, and at the moment it's actually it's half price, because I know about the whole lockdown situation, quarantine, so it's half price, and there's even a 3-part payment plan, because I want to help as many people. And I mean, honestly, when people mirror me and they mirror my returns, that earns me purpose and significance, because now it's not me just making money, people are making money by using my research, and that's what earns me purpose and significance. And like I tell people, your passion is for you, your purpose is for others. And when you find your purpose, that's when you become more passionate, because now you can finally see, oh my word, I'm making a difference, I'm making a contribution. Now I'm more passionate. But it begins with your personal success. You need to first have your own personal success before you can help others. The more blessed you are, the more you can be the blessing. And I tell people, his pessimists believe the cup is half empty. His optimists believe the cup is half full. But I'm not just an optimist, I'm blessed. My cup runneth over. So my share portfolio is blessed because I'm blessed. My businesses are blessed because I'm blessed. And I'm here to tell you that you are also blessed. And if you believe that and you become that, then it will manifest on the outside. So yeah, I'm really excited. If you don't sign up for his inner circle, I'll not be offended. I will still make money from my shares, my gold, my properties, my businesses. And I learned that from Warren Buffett. You need at least 4 revenue streams, 1 for every season, because one of the biggest risks in life is relying on 1 revenue stream. And we see it now in COVID-19. People are battling because they never invested into assets. You need multiple revenue streams. And I just want to say, be careful out there, because many people are saying, start this online, do this online. Be careful out there. Make sure you are taking advice from someone that's already successful. Like I said, broke people are broke because they take advice from broke people. Wealthy people are wealthy because they take advice from other wealthy people. So just make sure that that you check the research, and make sure that you have the skills. Like, my goal is never to raise up traders because that's not how they're wired. My goal is to just mirror successful people. Because here's the thing, business and wealth is a team sport. Like I mentioned in part 3, your network is your net worth. Warren Buffett had a mentor, and he had an investment partner, because it's a team sport. So it's not about being a jack of all trades. No, it's about surrounding yourself with successful people. So like a wealthy person has a stock guy, has a property guy, has a tax guy, and then they outsource. So if you remember one thing, remember that it's about simplicity and know what you do best and outsource the rest. What do I mean by that? Warren Buffett's known for one thing, shares. Robert Kiyosaki is known for one thing, real estate. Mark is known for one thing, Facebook. Jeff Bezos is known for one thing, Amazon. Know your one thing and outsource the rest. That's how you build wealth. So my inner circle is for people that say, Richard, you know what, I don't have a degree in investments, I don't have experience in investments, I've not read 9 of Warren and Buffett's books, I want to outsource this so I can put the focus on my skill. And yeah, so if you join the circle, this next 1 year will be a year of adventure and excitement and also simplicity, because now you don't have to watch the market or read the market or no, you just outsource that. Know what you do best and outsource the rest. And like I mentioned, if you don't become part of this inner circle, no hard feelings, I won't be offended. I wish you nothing but success, and may the rest of this year be the best of this year. And I just want to end off this note with, I feel really blessed today because I'm halfway across the world in Bali. I don't know where you're watching this from America, from South Africa, from Europe, and how blessed are we that we get to share this. How blessed are we over this 4-part series we began to learn about the mindset of Warren Buffett, the legacy of Warren Buffett. How blessed are we? And I think you can agree with me, this whole COVID-19, it reminded us again that we don't need all that extra stuff. It reminded us of what we really need. We just need our food, our shelter, our health, and our loved ones. And everything else, we are blessed so we can be the blessing. And so I just want to remind you that you are so blessed. Put the focus on what you have, not on what you don't have. And I mean, if you can start every day from a position of thankfulness, gratitude, your life will just go up and up and up. And this does not have to be the end for those of you who join my inner circle. The rest of this 12 months will be a crazy adventure. Like I mentioned, the link is at the bottom where you can sign up, and there's also a 50% off, and there's a 3-part payment plan. But yeah, if this video added value, please let's share this with people that you know it will help. If there's anything you learned, write it in the comment section below. And I'm I'm excited for this next 12 months. Wealthy people make their money in recessions. The rich become richer in recessions. Warren Buffett just poured out record amount of money into the stock market since this corona. I poured out record money into the stock market since this corona, because we actually have a bigger opportunity now than the 2008 crisis. And but it is all about mindset. The rich become richer because they see a crisis as an opportunity. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we never caused the crisis. We just making sure that we can make opportunity here, because the more blessed we are, the more we can be the blessing. So yeah, I'm really excited, and thank you for joining me on this 4-part series. I just hope you got massive value, and just know that the rest of this year will be the best of this year. And this is Richard saying much love from Bali. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Right, so I did Richard's Fresh Start investment course and decided to become my own investment manager. And since doing his course, I've mirrored his investments, and I've realized the profit of around about 10% already. I'm definitely in the 10%, and I'm very happy with my results.
Richard came to me and said, look, I've been having a look at the gold shares, and there's gold fields. So I was like, okay. So I said to him, but you know, people always tell you don't buy in gold, don't buy resources because it fluctuates. It's not consistent, which is true. Richard said to me that goldfield share will not drop below 36 rand. He says it won't. And then on our friendship, I'm like, okay, cool. So I went to this, and I bought 1 or 2 shares, trying to just test this thing out. I didn't really make money. So I was like, fine, let me do this. So I took all the money I had and I put it into goldfields. and I watched it. And shortly thereafter, it was about 2 weeks later, we had the cabinet reshuffle, the first one. And that I watched that share price that day. It started off at a crazy, it was really like at 6-7%, and it was just going up. I said, Richard, yo, the share's really going up. Are you going to sell? He's like, no, just chill. Like, I'm just going to just ride this thing out. And I sold at 12% on that day. I'd made 12% growth on my share. It actually went up, I think if I remember correctly, it went up to like almost like 20% in one day. But that is where I was. I was happy to sell there. I had made so much money in one day. It was more than a day's earning at work. and I was happy to sell. So yes, that was my experience, and from there I can never look back. So when people say it's risky, yeah, maybe, but I promise you that reward was the best feeling I'd had since my firstborn child. That was that exciting. But yeah, that was my experience as a golfer.